Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome back. So today we have a new song that we're going to be working on. It's going to be Animals as Leaders CAFO. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty intense. I've already set up the session beforehand, but I'm going to go over like some of the stuff that I use to kind of get the MIDI into the DAW and kind of streamline this to go a little quicker, but the real work is going to be putting in the key switches for the guitar and, just adjusting velocity layers with some of the MIDI or whatever. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Probably 3 to 4 episodes to get it completely done. So this is the first episode. Just started to use Reaper. Not sure if I'll switch, but want to see how it is. Reaper is legit, dude. You can make Reaper look like anything you want. And it is really low on CPU usage, which to me is, I'm sold right there, because I'm running on PC, and yeah, I like the efficiency of Reaper because it just, it uses less CPU. Now, depending on like how many tracks you have and plugins, you're obviously gonna rack up your CPU usage if you use a lot of plugins, but like the DAW itself, it doesn't use too much, so compared to other DAWs. So that's why I love Reaper. And also it's just extremely versatile. So much you can do with it. You can make it look like anything. Tons of ease of access, or not ease of access. Tons of like quality of life features. You can customize your little toolbars and everything like that, which I think is cool. I know you can do that in other DAWs too, but I don't know. I just like the workflow of Reaper. Anyways, so yeah, today's first episode, working on Animals as Leaders. Now, I will preface this real quick. It's not going to sound good right now. I don't have my master chain on, number one. And number two, it's just straight from Guitar Pro, like all the MIDI. It's guitars, bass, drums, and all the layers. So nothing has been adjusted yet. I've just imported the files here into the session. And we're gonna sit here and go through this together, like key switches and all that fun stuff. But beforehand, I'm gonna show you how I got these files. Okay, because I didn't tab this out myself. There's no way I would have enough time to sit there and do this by ear. So I just find these tabs on songster.com. Not sponsored, but yeah, I just go to Songster. I have a subscription, and you literally can put a song into Songster and it'll spit out tabs, or you can just search for a song and it's probably been tabbed out by someone. And I found the only Animals as Leaders CAFO tab out there on Songster, and I imported or downloaded the tabs, and then I exported all the MIDI from Guitar Pro into the session. And I had to move some of it around because some of it, the way it was like structured, wasn't correct. Like, for instance, there's 2 guitar parts that should be on rhythm, and it was only like on one of the guitars, so I would have to like cut and copy over some of the MIDI so that both guitars would be rhythm left and right on like an emphasizing part, and then all leads would go on their own track. So I had to kind of cut, as you can see, all these cuts. I had to cut some stuff, move some MIDI around to where it would make sense for my session, because I have 2 rhythms left and right here, and then we have 2 cleans and 2 leads, because Javier and Tosin play their own parts or whatever. So I just have their parts divided, and I'll let you hear it, but it's not going to sound that great yet, so keep that in mind. It's going to sound like MIDI. It's going to sound like doo-doo, but we're going to work on it. I don't know if you guys saw the other cover I just released of Meshuggah Future Breed Machine. You can go check that out at the Study Sound Audio YouTube channel. But I basically did the same process, just, worked with the MIDI on the key switches and then released the track on the Study Sound Audio YouTube channel. And it's like completely Axer, no real guitars, just reamped with the Quad Cortex and the Helix. And, yeah, it sounds great. I think it turned out really well, and I'm stoked to get to this cover because it's more technical. And that's what I wanted to show with this one, because the Meshuggah one really wasn't that technical. It was just like a lot of chugs. Maybe there was like a crazy lead in there. But this song, Animals Leaders, has many layers. It's very intricate. There's so much going on. So this is going to be a challenge. And I'm pretty confident I can get it to sound pretty sick, but we got to work with it first. So I don't get how Guitar Pro still sounds so bad. Yeah. I mean, it's just MIDI, man. I can't imagine that they're trying to like evolve it to sound real. I think that it's just for writing purposes, so people just, they know it's gonna sound like Game Boy music or whatever. But the cool thing about Guitar Pro is you can export the MIDI from Guitar Pro into Axer or into a session and use Axer with it, and all you have to do is just put in your key switches, which is basically what I did here. All right, so first off, we'll go through the chain of things that I do for getting these songs. So first up, I already mentioned, is songster.com. All right, so this is songster.com. Actually, hold on. That's not Songster. I don't know what I typed in songster.com, but it didn't. Okay, it's Songster with 2 R's. I'm sorry. Okay. Songster.com. All right. So this is Songster. You just go in here in the search, and all I did was animals as leaders. Leafers. Animals as leafers. No. Okay, animals as leaders. CAFO. Let's just type in CAFO. All right, so I grabbed the first one, not animals as leaders, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. They have just the sweep tabbed out, which is really difficult. I tried to play it on real guitar. Man, I'm gonna have to practice for like a year on that to get it down. It's very, very fast and intricate. It's insane. I tried it though. Not possible with my skill level right now, but I bet I could get it if I practice it enough, but very hard. Anyways, it's this first one right here, CAFO, not animals as leaders. That's the one I downloaded. And then I'm going to show you this other really cool website called MIDI Remap. Or no, not Reamp. MIDI Remap. Okay. MIDI Remap. Now this is a sick site. So if you're using like Giga Drums or any other sort of drum library, you can come here and you can see there's like so much. Let me see. I know my face is hiding some of it, but there's so many different drum libraries that you can convert your MIDI to. Like what I did was I went here to Guitar Pro because that was my file. It was just a Guitar Pro MIDI, and I put the drum file. Like I searched my computer for the drum file right here, and just put in the file, and then my target library, which what I'm using is Get Good Drums Modern and Massive 1, the Matt Halpern kit. And I went to right here, the Get Good Drums Matt Halpern default mapping Halpern. That's what I'm using to convert that MIDI to my drum library. So I did that, put the file in, and then you just hit convert. Bam, it converts whatever MIDI you want into that drum map, which is really useful because I don't want to sit here and click on notes over and over and over and, just guess, just takes all the guesswork out of it, really. So I didn't want to be guessing around. So yeah, MIDI Remap. Definitely go check that out if you don't know about MIDI Remap. It's free up to a point. I think if you do more than like 2 or 3 conversions, you have to pay for it, but I'm only doing like one every so often, so I think it just times out or something. I don't know, but that's what I'm using. So I got the drum map, and it converted pretty well. I might have to adjust a couple of things like velocities and stuff, but it mapped all right. Now the beginning is like that drum roll. I gotta adjust that. The drum roll sounds insane right here. Oh, I had a stutter right there. What's up, Charlie? How you doing, Charlie Robbins? Is that actually the real Charlie Robbins? Like the famous Instagram guy on guitar? because that's cool. Thanks for being here, dude. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Didn't hear any. Oh, you didn't hear anything. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I had you turned off on my master. Hold on. Okay, you should be able to hear now. Hold on. Let me replay. Okay, so here it is. Oh wow. Okay. Hey Charlie. What's up, dude? Yeah, so I'm just doing a cover of Animals as Leaders CAFO, but all in MIDI using my guitar library Axure II, which I don't know if you're familiar with it, man, but it just came out. Been working for a very long time on it, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. Let me load it up. Contact takes forever sometimes loading, so give me a sec. All right, here it is. All right, this is Axer, my guitar MIDI library, and it's on Contact. And basically, it's just a dry DI that I made a sample library out of this guitar back here, this blue one hanging up. And yeah, it sounds great. I'm using it to write and, just fool around with some covers. And right now, everything kind of sounds like doo-doo because it's MIDI. So the key to making it sound natural is the key switches. And I hear a lot of people, like when they first load up, they're expecting it to sound like amazing, but you really got to use those articulations and key switches to get it to sound real. I know it's a lot of work, but hey, I enjoy this stuff. I think it's cool. But yeah, that's Axer. It's got an effects tab with a ring mod delay pedal, combo, phase drive, which is our patented phase drive. It's just basically like a tube screamer with some phase shifting options. And then a 3-band EQ. And then we got a riffs tab, which is empty. On mine, it's empty, but if you were to grab it, it comes with an examples folder with some MIDI in here that you can use to learn how to program guitar MIDI. And then we got the key switches page. And then the fretboard down here. This is just specifically to view like 4-string feature. Like if you want to see what string you're playing, it'll show up here on the fretboard as long as you have the correct tuning selected. It doesn't affect the sound. It just affects like the visual display of the fretboard for 4 strings. That's cool. I wouldn't even know where to begin with programming a plugin like that. Oh man, dude, if you've worked with like Giga drums, bass libraries like Submission Audio, it's the same exact thing, man. It's just plug in your notes, and then the real work happens with the key switches, like I was mentioning earlier, like getting it to sound natural. Now, I'm gonna let you hear a little section real quick. By the way, again, let me preface: this is not how it's gonna sound in the end, but it has potential. Let's do the middle section. What's up, Chris? This part's so sick. I love this part. This is like the coolest part of the song. Such a sick lead. Okay, that's where it kind of starts sounding like MIDI. And we're going to fix that. It's going to sound pretty real after I get done with it. So this is the first day working on it. We're going to hash all this stuff out. But yeah, the programming part of it, man, yeah, was hard. I did it all from Google and YouTube. Like, I got tired of my dumb job, my regular job. Well, I was working at a car manufacturing plant, Honda, and it's pretty sucky, man. I hated it. And yeah, I got tired of that job and was just like, I got to find a way to make music my career finally, because I've been doing this my whole life, music. And so yeah, I just had this wild idea to build a guitar plugin, and I just Googled and YouTubed everything and pretty much taught myself how to code and script. And here we are today, like 3 years later. So yeah, this was like 3 years ago when I started this. But yeah, man, actually, Charlie, I'm curious, what brought you to my stream, man? How did you find me? Chris, I was gonna send you my song, but it sucks to see that is 8 submissions, man. Oh, snap. What up, Chris, man? Thanks for being here, brother. Sorry, I know you're going to be streaming as well, Chris. I hate to overlap you, man, but, this is my time slot that I have to work with, so. That's so cool. Congrats on that. Thank you, man. Thank you. And congrats on your stuff as well, man. I've been following you for some time. You actually, I think you're endorsed by Kiesel, which, funny enough, this guitar library was modeled after a Kiesel or Carvin guitar. Before they were Kiesel, they were Carvin, and that's what this is. This guitar, it's a Carvin, custom Carvin I got when I was like 19 years old, and I've been playing Carvin Kiesels my whole career. So, dude, I love Kiesels, and I got another one right there actually hanging up. It's like a Strat style, another custom. And then that's a Carvin too. This is a 7-string Carvin, which I'm actually gonna build a 7-string library with this one, and I love it. So yeah, dude, I love freaking Kiesel. I wish they would endorse me. That's been like my lifelong goal, is to get Kiesel to notice me. It's been tough. I've emailed them several times. Yeah, I play Kiesel. Nice, brother, nice. Yeah, I've been seeing your videos, man. You've been grinding for years. Pretty sick stuff. We have a special one this weekend. Should be sick. Cool, man. Never be sorry, brother. You're killing it. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you, brother. What can I say? We flipping goats of the game, dude. All right, so, okay, I'm going to show you another thing real quick. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash if I load this up, but it is, let me find it. Beep, 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 beep. Guitar Pro. It's a Guitar Pro file, and I'm going to show you how I did this, just in case anybody's curious, because this is my process of trying to do these things. Okay, so here I have a file with all of my all of the files for this song, and we're gonna load up the Guitar profile right here. Not animals as leaders. It'll take a second to load up, but I'm gonna show you how I get the files from Guitar Pro to Axer. It's pretty easy. It's not really that complicated, but I can show you guys if this thing will load. PC, man, PC. Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right. So here we have the tab, right? And it's got all the parts from everyone. And all I did was I just clicked on a track, soloed it out, and then hit File up here. I know you guys can't see this because my face is in the way, but you go to File, then Export MIDI, and then when you hit that, you just save it on your computer, and I saved it here in this file, and bam, there you go. So I did that for every piece of this and went down the list: Tosin's part, Javier's part, and Naveen's part, the synths, effects, everything. And now I have the complete tab that I imported. And that's what you heard a minute ago, was that tab. And I've done nothing to it. I literally just put it into the session. Taking notes. What's up, Dusty? Thanks for tuning in, brother. How you doing, man? Is Reaper easier to use in Pro Tools? For me, now, yes. When I first started Reaper, it was a train wreck because I was like, I came from Pro Tools. Pro Tools 8, actually. I got a piece of hair stuck in my mouth. Sorry, guys. I came from Pro Tools 8. I loved Pro Tools, but they started charging subscriptions. I know I've already talked about this before, but yeah, I hated Adobe for doing that. So I moved to Reaper and never looked back. And yes, now it's much easier. It's a small little learning curve because there's so much you can do in Reaper, but overall, I think it's better. I mean, that's just my honest opinion. Yeah. Hey, Alan, cheers from Germany. Glad I found you here. Your work was a huge inspiration for me 15 years ago. Thanks, brother. Thank you, man. I'm glad there's people that from years ago that are tuning in and still enjoying what I'm doing. Appreciate that. So yeah, first things first, we gotta like articulate this to like sound realistic. So the first thing that comes in is this little sweep thing. Tosin's little, it's very crazy. It sounds like MIDI right now. Yeah, sounds crazy like MIDI. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here and try to mess with some settings. I've got a lot of delay on this too. I'm gonna try neck pickup and see what that sounds like. Okay, I like the neck pickup a little bit better for this. And then, we can also do 4 strings too, but for now, I might have to automate the pick attack because when he's doing the sweep, the first few notes are like a palm mute almost. Or no, actually, no, it's not. It's a sweep. So we would just treat it as such. So first things first, we're gonna, and I made some key switch buttons too, which makes things a lot easier. Oh my gosh. I gotta fix one of them though. I think one of them's broken. I gotta go and look at the settings for it. But like right here, I want a sustained downstroke because it's a sweep. So I put that there. I click that button and there it goes right here. I got a MIDI note put right there on the sustained downstroke key switch. Super easy. I don't have to go down here and look at the key switch or anything. I literally just hit this button right here at the top of my toolbar named sustained downstroke. Okay, so when he comes back up, I think I don't know. I'm trying to think like a guitarist, like how it would be played in real life. So I did try to play this on real guitar beforehand to kind of see how to play it. And it's a sweep, and then it goes to like a hammer-on pull-off right here. So it would be. So right there would be. So it would be pull off. So right here would be a tap. So we can put a tap key switch. I didn't make a button for the tap key switch, so I'm going to have to put one right there. All right, so that would be a tap. And then the next one would be a tap as well, so we'll leave that key switch there. And then that would be a sweep or a pick. So we'll come right here and do sustain. Oh no, sustain upstroke actually, because he's coming back up. So let's see with that. Oh yeah, I can tell a little tiny bit of a difference there. But I'm gonna have to do that for literally like every little section. Time consuming. All right, you got to make a video of how to play the bridge part in Frostbite with the dissonant notes, man. Best riff you've ever written. Thank you, Electric Lettuce. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I actually do plan on doing a video for YouTube of all the songs I ever wrote for Era. It's going to be like basically like a compilation of everything that I like. It's a whole album's worth of songs that I've written for Era. So I'm going to go through and do a video. I want to make sure that that video is sick, because that's an evergreen video, which means it'll probably get a lot of views and probably get a lot of views for a long time. Which that's what I'm hoping, anyways. I'm hoping it's an evergreen video, but I want to put a lot into it to make it sick. So, and plus, it's just like my ode to like the things that I've done with Era. So, I want it to be sick. But yeah, there is plans to kind of go through that. It's not going to be a cover, or it's not going to be like me playing the whole entire song. It's just going to be sort of snippets of each song I've written. But I'm going to be completely redoing them like myself. Mixing CAFO with MIDI? Yes, mixing CAFO with MIDI. All MIDI, dude, with my guitar MIDI plugin. I'm learning that song on guitar. It's tough, man. The first little toast and sweep, I don't know, man. I can't do it. I'd have to practice for like a year. It's very tough. But we're actually working on that first little sweep actually right now. So that goes back down to a sweep, and then upstroke, and then we go back to a downstroke. So we'll click right here, and sustain downstroke. Okay, so we got one right there, and then it just repeats itself. So downstroke, and then what is this? Okay, I think that's downstroke as well. I'm not sure. Oop. Actually, I think that's downstroke as well, because there's no, that's upstroke. That's upstroke. I don't know why I thought it was downstroke. So that's upstroke. Did it put a note there? No, it didn't. Okay, now it did. I didn't click it. Okay. Upstroke, then back downstroke. Let's make sure we're on the MIDI note. Downstroke. All right. Dude, this is so much easier with my buttons. Thank you guys so much for helping me on that last stream. It helped my workflow a lot. Okay. Now that's a downstroke. Man, I'm so hungry right now. All I ate this morning was a protein bar. And I have a coffee here, so protein bar and coffee. I need more fuel. I need a sandwich or something. I just stumbled upon the Andromeda promo with a boat. Had me giggling all day, but I have been traumatized. Dude, funny thing about that video, after we made it, like we got in trouble by the guy's parents who owned the boat, and they were so pissed that we used their boat for a video, and they told us like to take it down off the internet. They were like, no, like you can't put that out. So we had to take it. That's why it's like not a thing. I mean, I'm sure it's on the internet now, but back whenever we did it, it was like a huge deal that we, like our buddy that filmed the video, his name's Justin Steely, and he filmed our first couple of videos for Era, and we did a video in his like compound, and they had a boat there, and we were like, oh, sick, let's use this boat for a video, for a little promo. And that's when I was first starting to grow my mustache. I was like 19 years old. You can see it in the video where I'm like, it zooms in on my face. You can see my little couple of like 15 mustache hairs. But yeah, that was a fun time, funny video. All right, downstroke. I'm just gonna repeat these key switches after it, like I run through the first bar or whatever it is. Do. Okay, what was that? Was that an upstroke or downstroke? I can't remember where I left off. That would be a downstroke. Okay, so downstroke. Then we go to upstroke here. Okay, and then back to downstroke. And then upstroke. And then, hold on. Okay, yeah, that's upstroke. And then this one would be downstroke. I know this looks kind of confusing, but I'm just thinking in my head how I would play it on real guitar and how I learned it. So I'm pretty sure this is correct. The correct articulation. What up, Corny? That's my issue in using this. I just want to do stuff I actually can't play in real life. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's fun, like, hearing this MIDI playback. Like, because this is, like, my library, so it's almost like me playing this, but not really. Like, AI Alan playing this song. It sounds pretty sick, though. All right, so what is that? That is a downstroke. Downstroke all the way down. Yep, all the way down until we get to this note, and that'll be upstroke. And then that'll be up all the way until we get to here. Downstroke. All right, let me see if we've made it through a bar. Okay. It repeats after this little double, whatever. So once I get to that double note, that'll be the one measure or whatever, one phrase of it. So I can just copy and paste all the key switches after that. Make it move a little faster. Alan GPT, Axure Agent 2.0. This part is insane. Yes, it is. And also, to make it sound a little more realistic, I'm gonna crank the pick attack and automate it to where the first like few notes is gonna be a lot of pick attack, and then it'll kind of ease off once it gets to the top of this, and then it'll come back. So it'll be like a sort of wavy pick attack automation to make it sound realistic, you know, like you're hitting the pick attack as soon as you're on the downstrokes. Top gear and a minor key. Okay, now I gotta figure out what the next note is. Alright, that was a downstroke. And by the way, guys, this is gonna take a while, so this will be a few episodes of me sitting here just playing with this MIDI. I didn't really get too in depth with the Meshuggah one because I did a lot of it off stream, but I'm gonna try my best to capture as much of the process on this one because this one has a lot to it. So yeah, if you can't tune into this one, or if you gotta run, it's fine because I'm gonna be continuing this one until it's done.
I like you.
Corny, what up? Thank you, brother.
Aren't I the popular one? Allow me to display my affection.
I gotta put that on the other side of the screen, dude. That was Thank you, brother. Thank you for that sub. Appreciate you. Mic is popping like crazy. Is my mic popping for real? Let me know, guys, if the mic is popping. I apologize if it's doing that. I have no clue why it would be popping. Ah, dang it, dude. The only way to fix that is for me to like restart my computer. I've tried everything. It does from time to time, it pops. Dang. Yeah, dude, I don't know what that is. It's the audio, like for some reason the audio bit rate jumps. I think it's because I opened Guitar Pro. Because when you open another app that has like audio related something to it, it messes up the audio, my audio driver, and it makes me have to like restart my computer to fix it. And then yeah, Guitar Pro was the reason why that happened. Dang it, dude, that sucks. That sucks. I'm sorry, guys. There could be a CPU issue. The session might be too heavy or making your mic pop. Yeah, that too. I've actually experimented around with it. I think it's for sure the bit rate thing. Because right now I'm at 48 hertz, 24-bit, and I think Guitar Pro changed it to 16-bit. And then when I X'd out of it, it didn't change back. Maybe I can try to change the bit rate here real fast and see if that affects it. I can handle it. Okay. Let me see if I can fix it though real fast, because I don't want this to be clicking and popping the whole time. All right, we're gonna change it to a different ACO. Oh, okay, yeah. Buffer size. Still hear me? Are we still clipping? Let me know in the chat if we're still clicking and popping. Sounds good now? Okay. My session might not run good though, but we'll see. Sounds good now. Okay. Hopefully that fixed it. Okay, cool. Great, man. Maybe that's all I need to do is just change the bit rate. Okay. Where did we leave off? Downstroke. By the way, Dusty, when are you streaming again, man? I think I went to your YouTube earlier and you said something about Fridays and Saturdays Mountain Time. It's back after going to Reaper? Dang. Really? Oh, that sucks, man. Let me see if I can change it back. I'll change it back. All right, we're getting some thinking going on. Some thinking's going on. Okay, what about now? What about now? Are we good? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, back. Yeah, it's back. Goodness gracious. It's still there. He usually does Fridays and Saturdays 10 p.m. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna continue. Hopefully, if it's too bothersome for you guys, I can restart Reaper and see if that would help. Maybe changing it inside Reaper would work. I did. That's where I changed it. I changed it inside of Reaper. I changed it in my my buffer rate settings on my interface, but I also changed it within Reaper. Hold on. I did something the other day that worked. I changed my interface. Hold on. Hello. All right, what about now? We good? Check. Are we still clipping? Test 1, 2, 3. Hello. We good? Okay. Let me know if that fixed it, like for good, because I might have to restart Reaper if that's the case. All right, so downstroke, and then upstroke right here. Upstroke. And downstroke, or no, that's upstroke. And then downstroke right here. Downstroke. And then upstroke. Then downstroke. Oh man, I just thought like when you're doing a sweep. Okay, never mind. Because it's not a tap. I mean, you're tapping with your left hand, but you're also still strumming when you sweep. So it would just be downstroke. Did Charlie ever say like how he found my stream? I didn't see if he commented on that. I think he commented earlier about Yeah, I think he might have left. I don't know. Yes, I have buttons in the mapping now. I made these myself. I can show you how to make them actually in just a second. Let me get done tabbing this one little section and then I'll show you. I've been working on those chords you tabbed out, and a few of them are an absolute pain. Yeah, dude. They are. That's one thing I got good at early on when I was a kid, was like making weird chord shapes. And my fingers just can bend and like do weird stuff because of all the cramping that I put myself through growing up. Dude, Reaper has so many possibilities. I feel like I don't even scratch the surface. Oh yeah. Me neither, dude. I feel like I don't know how to use it still, but like I'm just figuring things out. Like the other day, I just figured out how to do this toolbar thing, and it's helped me so much. It's not horrible. It's good now. Just keep streaming. Okay, just keep streaming. All right. So down. What was that? Downstroke. Okay. Downstroke. Downstroke. Upstroke. I think we got to get to that double note thing. Upstroke. Upstroke. And then I think we're almost there. Yeah, we're almost there. All right, so right here would be downstroke. Downstroke, downstroke, downstroke. And then upstroke right here. And then downstroke, upstroke right here. So downstroke, and then upstroke on the second note. Make sure, okay, upstroke. And then we'll continue. That's it. That's the whole line. So we'll copy paste all of this. Copy. And we'll paste right there. All right, paste. That didn't line up well, did it? I don't think it. Wait, did I? Did I mess up? Wait, hold on. Let me redo that. I'm trying to make sure I didn't mess up. Okay, so that's where I'm supposed to. Okay. Copy. Paste. All right, let's see. I don't know why, but the notes are like moved a little bit. I'll move these notes over one. Yeah, I'll move them over one so that they hit the key switch. All right, so copy, and we'll do right here. Paste. See if it lines up. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good. And then we'll do one right here. Paste. And we'll do one right there. Paste. Oh my gosh, this part is so long. How many times does he do this sweep? Apparently too many. Oh, he doesn't. He does it just the right amount of times. Tosin is a beast. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, how many more times? One of the has 4 notes spread from the second fret to the sixth. Doesn't feel human. DW is just like 3 hours. Yeah, those notes are crazy, man. I'm beginning to think this part's never going to end. How many times are we gonna sweep, man? Oh yeah, I think he sweeps like 1,000,000,000 times actually. This part just goes on forever. Let me look. Goodness. Yeah, it goes on like a couple of more times. Oh, there we go. I could just do this. There we go. I think we're good now. All right, now let's hear it back. Okay. All right. So we're gonna adjust the note velocities now. I'm not sure if I want them to all be the same. Let's see what the lower velocities sound like. We're gonna do the soft velocity layer. Okay, so I'm wondering if I should do a palm mute key switch, like for the first 2 notes, or when it comes up. So like the first, this first note right here be like a palm mute downstroke, and then when it gets to this note, do a sustained downstroke. Maybe. And then, I don't know. Yeah, that sounds natural. Maybe let me take some of this delay off so I can kind of hear what's really happening here. Okay. Let me go. So right here, when it comes back down to that note, we can change this to palm mute downstroke. And then maybe on like the 3rd note, do a sustained downstroke. Okay, the blamp, 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 that part. Yeah, that could be a little more palm mutey on certain notes. So these 2 notes, this note right here can be palm mute downstroke. Right there. And then we can take that upstroke. Or no, that would be palm mute upstroke actually. Yeah. And then palm mute downstroke right here. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Okay, I can hear a tiny little difference. Let me see if I extend these notes, if that makes a difference. A little bit. Okay, that kind of made a little bit of a difference. Let me extend these. Okay, that's starting to sound a little bit more natural. It takes a lot of work, guys. I know this is tedious stuff, but I'm doing the hard work for you, because at the end of these videos, when I'm completely done with it, I provide the MIDI and multi-tracks to you for free. The first one is already up on the Discord. If you're not aware, just join the Discord, and it's pinned in the Axer discussion channel, and you can grab those files, and you can mix the Meshuggah cover yourself. You can see how I program the MIDI myself, and just have fun with it. We have Tosin Abasi at home. Yeah. We have Alan Abasi here. AI Alan Abasi. Not gonna lie, this is one of the coolest looks they have. I agree. But yeah, go ahead and grab that Meshuggah one if you want. And then at the end of this one, we're gonna be releasing these files that I'm working on now. That way you can see how I program it. Now I got to do that for the entire thing. Oh my god. Very nice. Dude, I need a soundboard. I need a soundboard. I don't have the little soundboard. Well, I got a soundboard here, but I don't have any buttons set up for it yet, for like clapping or meme noises or anything. I need to set aside a day to make some of those. Okay, yeah, that's definitely going to help out the whole changing some of the articulations to downstroke. Palm mute downstroke right there. And then what is that? Oh, upstroke. Okay. Did I upstroke right there? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm not sure if that would. No. This is upstroke. Oh yeah, there wouldn't be. Oh no, there would be actually. That would be a downstroke. Yeah. Okay. That's correct. And that would continue to be a downstroke. So I take that one out. I might copy and paste this new one actually after I get done with it. I have a site where you can fetch most of the soundboard audio files if you're interested. Yeah, dude, put it in the Discord, man. I'm definitely interested. I would like some funny sounds. Cool, will do. Nice. All right, so downstroke. But maybe on like this note, we go to sustain downstroke. Yeah. Okay. And then right here, it's upstroke. Okay. And then right here, it would be downstroke. Palm mute downstroke again. So we'll put a palm mute downstroke. I have to do this until it gets to the double right there. All right, so right here is where we did. What did we do on the first one? Okay, we put a palm mute downstroke right there. Yeah. And then maybe on this one, we do sustain downstroke. And then sustain upstroke. Palm mute downstroke. Just move it up 2. All right. Palm mute downstroke. Is that right? No, that's sustain upstroke. Palm mute. Okay, yeah, that's where we left off. Wait, are we sure? Are we sure? Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. And then palm mute downstroke. Wait, we'll go back down to sustain downstroke on that. And then sustain upstroke. Okay, that's right. Palm mute. Upstroke. Sustain downstroke. And then, what is that? Sustain upstroke. Okay. And then we can go palm mute downstroke right here. Get rid of that one. And then maybe on this one, go sustain, downstroke, and then upstroke. Okay. And then maybe a palm mute. Palm mute. For these little, like when it starts over the little run, we'll do palm mute downstroke, upstroke right there instead. Okay, we're gonna get rid of all these so we can have the other ones be accurate. Oh my god, there's so many. I copied and pasted that so many times. Okay. I might have all those be palm mutes. The let me see what it sounds like. What do I do on the first one? That one was palm mute. Extend those out actually a little bit. Goodness. Palm mute upstroke. Okay, that works. Actually, that sounds more like it right there. Let's do that. It's an upstroke, actually. Okay, we'll go upstroke on that. Okay, that's starting to sound a little more like realistic. Okay, we'll go upstroke on that one as well. I guess the upstroke sounds a little more tighter, so we'll go with that. I like it though. I like it with just all upstrokes because it sounds like the original with all upstrokes. But I don't want to do it like that because that's not how it's. You don't play it all upstrokes. Actually, hold on. Let me see what it sounds like with palm mute alt pick key switch. Okay. Maybe we can just do the palm mute. Have you always had 2 V's in your Twitch handle? 2 V's? What do you mean? I don't have 2 V's in my Twitch handle. My Twitch handle should just be my name. Oh, okay. You're talking about Captain Ravage. I read it wrong the other day. I totally butchered it. I don't know, man. I may use the alt pick key switch instead of trying to get real granular with it. We wasted a lot of time here, but hey, that's what this is all about. Trial and error, man. So maybe I can do like an alternation. Like some of the notes be picked and some of them be palm muted. So let's try that maybe. Or actually, let me mute that one as well. And we're going to copy and do palm mute alt pick right here. Unmute that one. So. Okay, and then we'll do right there. We'll do a note right there. And then we'll do a note right there. Let me change my grid so I can just input a note. Alright, I'm just going to go alternating from palm mute alt pick to palm mute alt pick, or palm mute alt pick to sustain alt pick, like back and forth. Like just alternate like this. I know that's not technically how it's played, but we just want it to sound good. Okay, so let's see. Or maybe if I move right here. Okay, yeah, that's right, that's right. maybe that'll work. I think that sounds the best. I'm going to keep those key switches there just in case I change my mind, but I think that's it. Okay, so we're going to... we're going to copy and just put that there. Make sure that matches up with the other. All right, yeah, there we go. So we just do that and go to paste. Wait, is that right? Control Z. Okay, yeah. We're gonna copy, paste it. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna paste it on every beginning of the part. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Okay. All right, now let's put the effects back on it so we can have a little bit of delay with it. All right, let's listen. Those snares do not sound loud enough. Ah, it's because they're not. That one should be 110. And I hate when a snare is playing at the same time as a kick. It makes it sound weird to me. Unless you're going for that like sort of like arena beat sort of thing. So I like to take out anytime a snare and a kick hit at the same time, I take those out. And that's specifically just like a producing thing for me. It's I know maybe some drummers actually play it like that live because it's so fast and they can't just stop their feet for the snare hit, but that's just what I do to make room for the snare. Why you never use the Fairview kit just because you use Modern and Massive right now? Yeah, I just haven't dove into it. Like, to be honest with you, man, like I've been working on my drum template for Modern and Massive for years, and I feel like it's just taken a lot of tweaking, a lot of mixing, and just like hearing certain little nuances about the kit that I've like learned, and to do that on another kit is kind of daunting a little bit for me. It's not that I don't want to use the other kits. It's just I know how I am, and I spend way too much time on those kinds of things. So I know if I do that, I'm going to spend probably like a week or two just dialing in a mix for the drums. And it's not because, like, I don't know, maybe I do suck at mixing. I don't know. But, like, I don't know. I like it to sound, like, really good, dude. So, like, it takes a long time to do that, to build that template up. So I'm just kind of scared of diving in and doing it. Sounds MIDI at the start. How many hours will have to be spent on this? Just a heroic MIDI cover. I don't know, man. It's gonna take a while, but like, dude, I enjoy this stuff, so I don't care how long it takes, man. I'm here to show you guys Axer and make cool covers and hang out. So yeah, let me do the hard work. You guys just watch. But yeah, I need to like stop being a big baby and just dive into some of these other kits that I have, because I do have the Fairview kit and I do have, what's the other one that he released? Monarch. I do have Monarch, and those are both sick kits, man. I just haven't had time to fool around with them. And I also have Modern and Massive too, but I haven't dove into that one either, just because, man, I'm just stuck on Modern and Massive 1. I love it. Yeah, that guitar in the beginning sounds very MIDI. We're gonna fix that. And I know, guys. Whoever was saying that, Captain Ravage. Yes, I know. I have not messed around with any of this MIDI yet. That's why I'm here to adjust it, make it sound real. Because if you go listen to the Meshuggah cover, it sounds pretty real. I mean, when Chris played it on his stream, he was like, dude, are you sure you're not like punking us and like you track guitar for this? Because it sounded good. So I'm aiming to get this to sound just like that. Not gonna lie, I'm the same. I'm just always using MDL Ultimate Heavy Drums. I specifically force myself to use a different kit this time. I'm gonna have to do the same, man. I'm gonna have to force myself to use something else. Hey, by the way, do we still have clipping in the audio? Are we still getting any of that? Thank you, Captain. Thank you. I'm hearing something weird, like it's coming through two outputs or something. I don't know. I think that's a palm mute, though. Yeah, I think that's a palm mute, man. So we're gonna go palm mute alt pick there. Or no, yeah, palm mute alt pick. And then this first note, or all these first notes will be 110. Because I just like the first notes to be 110. And then we're gonna move those down to the second velocity layer, and then change the grid to 128 and move these over one notch, go back to 16. Okay, actually we'll keep it on 128. Are we on palm? Yeah, we're on palm mute alt pick, man. Okay, all right, so we got that palm mute. But at the end of the palm mutes, I like to do something a little special called release noises. If you guys watched my streams before, you know exactly what I'm about to do, but it's just to add that extra bit of realism to the end of a chug. So yeah, we'll go to velocity so I can see these little points. All right. I think that's right. Yep. Let's listen to how this sounds real quick. Yeah, it's there. Dang, dude, I'm so sorry, guys. It's too long. Maybe I need to shorten it just a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, sorry for the clipping, guys. I usually don't have this issue because I make sure that the clipping doesn't affect my stream when I start. But I made the dumb mistake of going into Guitar Pro while I was loaded up with Axer, which changed my bitrate and screwed my audio up. That sucks. When you find that kit that works for you, then it's time to stick to it for a while. Exactly. That's what I found with Modern and Massive. Because before I was on Modern and Massive, I was on Easy Drummer, Superior Drummer 2.0 and Easy Drummer. I used that for the longest time. I used the Metal Foundry kit. Metal Foundry kit was sick, dude. And for a while it was, but it was really hard to get the drums to sound good. Why do your mixes always sound gay and retarded? Not sure, man. Uh, I have no clue. No answer for you there. That's just the way they turn out. Gay and retarded. Okay. Okay, for this one, I want to do alt pick, or not alt pick. I want to change the upstroke pattern and make this one turn up to 110. Since we're hitting that string a little harder. My hard disk is cooked. Dang, bro. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can restart Reaper and see if we can fix it. On my end, I'm not. On my end, I can't hear anything. Like, I don't hear any clipping or anything on my end. So my bad if it's doing that. I can't tell what's going on. If it is sounding weird. I'm alert for a bit. Okay. Let me see if I can turn some stuff off on my master actually, so we don't get any weirdness. Let's see if this helps a little bit. All right. Pull mute alt pick. Too many gigabytes for drum VSTs. Yep. Alright, we're going to go back and do some release noises for this track. Double check this. Yep. Oh, gonna move that over. Nope, gonna move that over. By the way, like I said before, it's not going to sound like this in the end. Definitely working through key switches, tones, different velocity layers. This stuff takes a lot of time actually. So like the Meshuggah mix, I went through and adjusted certain strings. I did all of it in 4 strings. Worked with different tones, reamped, all kinds of stuff, but in the end it turned out really well. So I know it sounds like fake Guitar Pro right now, but it won't later on. Okay, I don't know why the bass is not following that. Because on the original, I don't know if it's doing whatever this MIDI is doing. I might change that actually. Yeah, that sounds completely wrong. I don't know. I may be wrong. That might be correct, but I feel like the guitar should be, or the bass should be following the kick, like dun 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 dun. So I may just redo this. I'll put these notes down below and mute them just in case I need them later on. In case that is the original, like that's how it is actually played, because it doesn't sound right to me. Actually, screw it. I'm just going to do it the way I want to do it. Okay. 110 maybe? Actually, no. I think I set it to 96, actually. We'll do that. Let me adjust some drums real quick because this intro in the drums sounds a little wonky. All right, so first one is good. All right, we'll do like, or actually, hold on. Like every other one of them. We'll bring them down. sounds a little bit better. A little more humanizing going on here. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. And the other ones will be 2. Okay. No. Move that back up. I actually did the wrong ones, I think. Alright, we'll move that back down. Alright. Almost. That sounds okay. I'd like a little more power though. Okay, there we go. So maybe the first few rolls. What's up, Franz? Welcome to the stream, brother. I'm just working on an Animals as Leaders cover. Yeah, welcome to the stream, man. I hope you don't mind gay and retarded mixes. Somebody just came in here and just freaking slammed me. Forgot to do this one. I use key H to automatically humanize my drums. Oh, nice. I like to go in and fine tune it because, you know, there's certain little nuances about like whenever something, like what I'm doing right now, like a real drummer would play it, like if they're like emphasizing like, da, 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 like obviously the first few notes you're going to hit harder than the others. And if, you know, if you were using some sort of automated humanizing feature, it would just kind of randomize your velocities. Whereas this one's more like fine-tuned to how a drummer would, I think a drummer would actually play it. So that's why I like to do it this way. Okay. Maybe I can copy and paste that. Maybe. I'm gonna see if I can copy and paste that. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna move it up and mute it. Just to make sure I got it right. Alright, so copy. Oh, hold on. Gotta change my grid size. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, it's on a triplet. It's on a triplet timing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that worked. That was perfect. Okay. I can X out of that. Alright, sounds a lot better for that first half. I'm not going to worry too much about drums. I'll probably just do drums later. Work on guitars first, because I really don't like the way it sounds so far with just pure MIDI noises. Gotta get the articulations put in there. Let it roll off you like water on a duck, babe. Yeah, I know. What note is that? It's C2. Okay. I wonder if this part was meant to be played in a lower C, because the higher C sounds a little weird. I don't know, man. I might just octave those down to C#1, because it just sounds better. What if I do both? What would that sound like? Yeah, I think I like that, dude. I think I'm gonna do like just to make it more heavy, because the original, I'm sure it kind of sounds heavy like that. It's played on 7 strings, so I'm assuming this would be okay to do this. And also, I was thinking about experimenting with layering on this song, like layering some other things with the guitar to make it sound a lot bigger too. So we'll get to that part later. Okay, so that one was the left. Okay, that was okay. Let's move this one up or copy. And oh no, not F. Or no, C sharp. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, yeah, I think I like it better with the octave down. Let me try it for the other section. What was that? F sharp 1? C sharp 2. Alright, we're going to take those F sharp notes out because they're already on here, so mute them and bring these down. Goodness, I keep forgetting. Goodness, that sounds so corny right now. What up, Frank the Smith TV? Alright, extend that one because I think that's the way the original sounds. Yeah, the notes are extended. I don't know why the tab file had the notes cut off like that. I mean, maybe they do in the original. I'll have to go back and check and listen. I don't wanna play the original on stream because might get a copyright striked. Don't want to do that. Okay. God. It sounds very weird because I don't have the velocity layers in yet. Okay, and then we'll do... All right. And then this will go all the way down to 42. Where you at, bro? Okay, yeah, there we go. All right. Move these over a 1/28th note. There we go. All right, and then we gotta have a palm mute downstroke. This is how I did it on the Meshuggah one. I just I did like an alternate picking, but I did it like manually. Because I like the way the manual alt picking sounds better. Yeah, there we go. I could just do this, palm mute downstroke, palm mute upstroke, palm mute downstroke, and then palm mute upstroke. There we go. That works. Cool. I think it sounds better an octave down. Okay. I guess I could do the same thing for this one. Just move it down an octave. I think it sounds pretty good like that. All right, copy. There we go. Sounds heavy. Love it when it comes together. Starting to shape up just a little bit. Just a little bit. This is just the beginning process here. Sounds like Guitar Pro version. Right now it does, yes, but in the end when I get done with it, it will not sound like Guitar Pro. I can promise you that. Because that's why I'm streaming. Because I'm here to show you guys how to program guitar. Like, yes, it does sound like Guitar Pro and kind of dorky and funny, but you can get it to sound real if you just spend the time with it. I know a lot of people don't want to spend the time with it, but if you do, if you're like me and you enjoy programming MIDI, then you know, it's not so bad. I like it. I usually put all these other notes in the lower velocities. there's some things I have to adjust, but dude, it's getting there. It's shaping up. It's the release noises, you know, velocity layers. Those things go a long way with making it sound real. I got to put in those, what you call it? Release noises. Release noises really help it. Okay, so I need to have a release noise button up here. I need to set that up actually. Oh man, I never showed. Who was asking about that earlier? Corny? Corny was asking about the buttons up here, how to make those for Reaper, because I can show you if you want to know. I forgot to show you earlier, man. I'm sorry. I got distracted by, I think, the audio issue. The audio crackling audio. Goodness gracious. Again, I apologize for that, guys. It's usually when I open up another program, it happens. And yeah, I need to just be aware of that when I'm streaming. Try not to open any other audio programs. Alright, release noises. I can just copy and paste these because the guitar part's the same for the other guitar, so. Oh my god, I still got more. Well, I didn't extend those. Sweet. Excuse me. All right. All right, one at the end. Well, the MIDI ends right there, so I think that's it for that one. And then I'll just copy and paste the right here. I'll copy and paste these. Copy, and they will be placed at the same exact spot on the other MIDI right here. Paste. There we go. I do have to adjust the palm mutes though on this one. Okay, that sounds a little bit better. From the top. Definitely sounds like Guitar Pro right now, but we will work on it. I promise. I promise. Okay, so I was wanting to try something actually with the pick attack. So I'm going to automate it. So let's go in here to pick attack. Right here. Okay. All right. So now we have the pick attack lane for the sweep. Now I was thinking of turning up the pick attack like right when it comes down for the first few notes, and then like right here turn it down. So basically you would have something like this. It's at 3.3 right now. So what's it at right now? Okay. But if we go right here, it's at negative 1.1. Okay, so I want to turn it up a lot more than that. So what we'll do is let's go up, let's crank it just a little bit more. Let's crank it to like 3. Yeah. Let's see what that sounds like. To give you that sort of like sweeping kind of feel, you know? And what's this at? This is at 9. Okay. And then right here, go back up. Like right here. Come back down on that one. Okay. I can copy and paste these movements or these automation adjustments. And then right here maybe. Nope. Actually, I want to turn it up all the way over here as well. Let me see. I'm supposed to have an alt pick key switch right here. Palm mute alt pick, yeah. Okay. I can copy and paste these adjustments maybe. Or I can copy and paste these. So copy. Or yeah. Copy. Paste. 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 I think that's correct. Kind of sounds like a sweep a little bit. Something sounds weird on the guitar for me, like it's coming out of two like different buses or something, but it's not. I think it's just something I have going on with some routing maybe. I'll look into it later, but right now we're fine. Okay, I do have a release noise after this. I'll make it a little bit longer for that guitar. Probably need to make it longer for the other guitar too. Sounds a little bit better. And also doing 4 strings goes a long way. Let me see if I can do that real quick. So 6th string, 5th string, 4th string, and I think my 3rd string is not working. Let me see. 3rd string? Yeah, that's working. That's working correctly. Oh, I don't have the key switches in there for that. That might be why it was sounding weird. I didn't have a key switch in there, so palm mute, alt pick. Yep, we just got the literally like the first 30 seconds of the song figured out, and that we have like, I don't know, so much more left. What's up, Alan? Are you gonna hop in and listen to the new era in a couple hours? Yeah, I might. Yeah, I might check it out. I don't like this like scratch guitar tone at all. I kind of want to change it. I did have the Meshuggah tone on here, but I took it off because, you know, it wouldn't blend with this mix. So I kind of have to start over. Okay. Yeah, I know the guitar sounds funny, guys. I know. We're working on it. I feel like I have to keep saying that over and over. By the way, I know my camera froze. I'll have to fix it. Hold on. Stand by. All right. This happens like every stream. Resetting the battery. I got to figure out this streaming stuff, man. It's tough. Okay. All right. Let's fix this. All right. We're back. We are back. All right. Let's see. Okay, that's where I start to hate it because it starts sounding like Guitar Pro right there. But the first half sounds okay. Sounds all right for now. Once I reamp with the Quad Cortex and the Helix, it's gonna sound like real guitar. I don't know what it is about plugins. Like plugins, I just can't get to sound like realistic, like the guitar tone plugins. I just have such a hard time with them. But when it comes to like real amps and like the actual units themselves, like the Quad Cortex and the Helix, I can dial in tones pretty well on those. I have a time. I have more fun dialing it in physically anyways. So it's hard for me, man, to really get something I like out of a plugin. But yeah, it'll sound much more natural after I reamp. Okay. There's a lot of cool parts in this song, man. It's very extensive. Let's skip ahead a little bit. want to put a palm mute key switch there just to see what that sounds like. Sounds good. That can be adjusted for sure. That's all tapping. I need to put a tap key switch right there. Tap right here. Let's put a tap there. I want to see what that sounds like with a palm mute key switch on it. Alright, let's hit the palm mute alt pick there. And we'll do the same for this one. Alright. That one needs to be a sustain. A sustain key switch. Wait, what is that doing that for? Okay. Sustain key switch. No, why are you doing that to me, bro? It's like cutting me off. Okay. Okay, there we go. Pretty sure that's not supposed to be palm muted. That's probably a sustain alt pick. That sounds about right. I'll have to go and adjust that, like, because I'm pretty sure all those notes ring out over each other like a chord, you know, so that's definitely something that needs to be taken care of when we get to that part. I was just kind of like skimming through the session to kind of see what we have to work on, which is a lot. There's so much to cover in all of this. A lot of key switching, a lot of tweaking, so I have fun doing this though, so no worries. Just seeing what this chord sounds like with it, you know, dragged out. Definitely sounds better with the notes dragged out over each other. That's a pure example right there, you know, why some people's MIDI sounds like MIDI and some people don't, you know, because little things like that, like extending the notes over each other, like I just did, is going to give you, you know, more like a chord-like sound, you know, notes ringing out over each other, polyphonic sort of things. So that right there already made a world of difference in that, just that one little section. Made it sound more natural compared to this. Sounds more pokey and more MIDI. I mean, I know I got a ton of effects on there, but the first half sounds better. Big difference. All right, what's after that? Okay. All right. I feel like we got a decent little start for the track. All right. I think that is probably where I'm going to stop today for this video. I'm probably going to continue working on it further, but today that's it because there's so much to be done here. There's so much to be adjusted. But I just kind of wanted you guys to see like firsthand, like, this is a lot of work, like, to get it to sound good. And, you know, I'm doing that hard work for you to show you, you know, how you can get things to sound realistic. So today we pretty much just adjusted, you know, a couple of things. We kind of skimmed through and adjusted a couple of things here and there. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of that. A lot of the same, just adjusting velocity layers and the timing, like shifting notes, reamping guitar tones, just general mixing stuff. But I'm pretty confident that I can get this to sound, you know, 95% real, or pretty convincing that it's real guitar, because there's a lot going on, but I'm pretty confident. Yeah. But yeah, that's all we're going to work on today. And plus, I'm not even sure if my stream is still popping and clicking. I don't even know if anybody's in here. Nobody's chatting. But yeah, I'll be back soon. I'll probably be back not tomorrow, but the next day, and we're going to be continuing on with this cover. And I might have a couple more things adjusted on it, just to kind of, like, I don't want to come to the next stream with a lot of it sounding like MIDI, because, you know, I understand it sounds like MIDI. A lot of people probably just hopping in as like, yeah, what's this, Guitar Pro? But it just takes a lot of tweaking, and I will provide the MIDI for this and the multi-tracks after I'm done. That way you can see, like, dissect it yourself and see, like, what I did exactly, you know, and then you can probably try to do the same yourself if you're into this sort of thing. But yeah, sounds like crap right now, but we'll be back soon to pick up, and I'll try not to do too much to where, you know, it'll be more informative on the next stream. We'll dive in some more, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back in 2 days.